जे तू ना फड़दा।
Okay. Jai Guruji. I'm not at all prepared. It's my first satsang though. So I would share how my journey started with Guruji. Um, in 2016, Mahashivratri was the first time I was invited to Guruji's Darbar. And before that, I remember I started looking up for him around 2014. There were no clear websites or any information about the temples in New Jersey. So there was no, like, I couldn't get connected, or I didn't have a chance to. I think I called a couple of times the numbers, but nobody was answering. So 2016 was the first time I went to the temple. Nothing different. I felt, okay, it was nice. We came back. After that, I never went back, like maybe for a year or so. So the connection was with Guruji is just that so instant. When I went to the temple, I didn't see him like a guru or anything. For me, he was God. He is a form of Shiva. So for me, there was nothing that, oh, I'm going to go to any Guruji, or, I had nothing in my mind, like, if I'm going, what I'm going to do or say. I had no clue about how the temple runs, kya hota hai. Everything I came to know later with all these years, like, coming to the temple. So 2018 was the first time when I came to the Somerset temple. So before that, I will just give a little flashback how I went to the other temple with Shivani Aunty. So in between, she used to call me several times, let's go to the temple. And I used to just make some bahana. And then there was a time I used to ignore her calls, ki abhi call karegi, ki it's a temple day, let's go. And then, I just didn't want it to avoid all the time. So finally, when his will, he invites, that's where we are today. I'm so nervous. So with Guruji, my connection is so strong now. I have no words to express how we feel about Guruji, how for us, he's everything. The blessings are just countless. Every day is a blessing, every day is a satsang. I have few memories, I have like clearly few incidents which actually got us more connected to Guruji, and really, I never asked for anything like, I need any proof, he's a guru, or, I never had anything in mind. So for me, he is the God, he is the one, and that's it. There is no ifs and buts in his darbar. The faith was like, uncomparable. Totally, I don't know what is surrendering means, but we have complete faith in Guruji, and how my family is connected is also a satsang in itself. So I would start with 2020, where, it was a hard year for anyways for everyone around the world. For us, we got hit or impacted before even the COVID came to US. So, or, there was an awareness of COVID in US. We came back from India, so we had a little trip, like, where we went to Thailand, Hong Kong, India, and then we came back to US. So when we came back, in 15 days, my son was severely sick. So we had no clue what's going on. We took him to the doctor several times. He literally went to ER. His condition was deteriorating every day, and we had no medicines were working on him. His condition was getting severe by the day. So eventually, I came to the darbar. Seema auntie gave me the lota, blessed lota. She told me to use the jal prasad, usko, like, jal prasad do, or then how I took the blessed lota home, that's where we see a little change in his health. Throughout the process, it was like almost 2 weeks. We were going back and forth. He was admitted to ER. Even though he came back, nothing got better until I took the blessed lota. And then I took the langar prasad from him from the temple. That's where we saw little improvement in his health. So while I was here, like, praying for him, I was in tears. I had no clue how he will, what's going on. All the tests were negative. Doctors had no clue what he's going through. And eventually, they declared that this was some strep throat, which probably got mishandled, and he had all the allergies, rashes on the body. So later, after a few months, when actually this COVID happened, all the symptoms that were found in kids was what he went through. Just because there was no awareness of that virus, doctors were not able to figure it out what he was going through, because there were no tests available, nothing. And now, then later we came to know this unknown virus was what he had at that time. And it was all Guruji who saved his life. He actually saved his life. It was like I can't even say what we went through at that time, since nobody knew what's going on. And only with the blessed Lota, Jal Prasad, Langar Prasad, we saw improvement in his health, and that's how he got better. And during that time, only 3 days when I came to the temple, Thursday, Sunday, Monday, the help I got from the doctors, from the ER, the surgeon, the physician himself is calling, and he's helping us with his medication because nothing was working for him. They wanted, he's calling my pharmacist, to change the medicine, because whatever he was taking, he was getting a reaction. His whole body was swelled up, rashes all over the body. While I was in the temple, he literally felt like, couple of times it happened, like, when I was here, he felt that, Guruji is just literally calming him down, rubbing his hand over his body. So we literally had a very different experience, and how Guruji was around us at that time, maybe even we don't know. But definitely later we knew that it was him who saved him, who literally helped us in this time when probably, doctors would have been able to do nothing. Later on, my first satsang at home was planned on March 14, 2020. So again, the pandemic got hit. There was a lockdown on the same weekend. A lot of people were asking me, you want to cancel this satsang? So it was my first satsang. I had no clue what to do again. And I was like, Guruji's will, agar hoga to hoga, I don't know, it's the first time home satsang. So again, that satsang happened. Guruji handpicked people. He came to my home and he stayed. So that was the first time we had Guruji's darbar, at our home, and it was such a blessing. It was a beautiful satsang. My son, both the kids are so connected to Guruji. My older one had so many visuals of Guruji since he has started coming to the temple. There are so many moments I remember, at times I remember on Guruji's birthday specifically. He was sitting right there during mantra jap. He saw Guruji in white chola, coming to him, blessing him. And then there are so many incidents where he had seen Guruji. And when I ask him, when you see Guruji, how does he look? So he tells me, this is not what he looks like. So I am like always so surprised. So what do you see? He always tells me there is an aura that I see, but this is not the face that I see. So Jai Guruji, I wish I can get those visuals, but that's him only who see it. So there's one more incident which is very clear and close to us. Again, 2020. 2020 has been a blessing in disguise. I don't know, me, my family, it got all of us so closer to Guruji that our lives have changed, completely changed. So 2020, again, end of the year, my older one was going through some stress through the school. He had a really bad day at home as well. So he was not able to sleep at night. It was a long day for all of us. I just told him, let's get some rest, we'll talk tomorrow. And of course, he was not able to sleep. So I'm sharing his experience. I have written this satsang so that I'd never forget what happened, because it gave me goosebumps the next day when he spoke to me about it. So he sleeps where he have Guruji's Swaroop in his room. So he was unable to sleep. He thought he wants to wake me up, he wants to talk to me. He was thinking he wants to talk to someone about his situation, whatever is going on. But then, of course, we all were tired, and then, he chose to be himself. So he was like, I was just looking at Guruji's Swaroop all night. So again, he blinks a couple of times. Okay, he see Guruji right there in front of him. Okay, then he closes his eyes. He thinks he's just probably, you know, probably he's just seeing something. He says, I try to sleep. Then he said, I like sneak peek. I open my eyes. Guruji's right there. Okay. Then he said, I turn around. I like, maybe I'm just hallucinating. Let me just go to sleep. So he turns around and then he says, Guruji starts talking to him. He can literally hear him saying. He's like, it's not that he's introducing himself or anything like that. He said, whatever I was going through at that time, Guruji just started telling me the things, what is happening, why it's happening, what will happen, why things are happening, for what reason, and how, there was some reaction from me, which was probably he was not expecting. He told me, he told him, your mom, also whatever she's saying is, you need to understand this is the situation. So he's like, Guruji spoke, he's like, when he started talking, I was not sure where these voices are coming from. Again, I thought I'm hallucinating, I just have to go to sleep. But then he said he just kept talking. And then, the conversation happened in a way, it was just like, he is telling him everything and he's also speaking. But again, he said there was no voice. It was a pure connection, talking to him one-on-one, and how the conversation went through. When he slept, he had no clue. But the conversation he had with Guruji, it's a very long conversation. I don't remember everything, but this is so special to us. The experience he had with Guruji was amazing. So the faith in Guruji is like all of us, how we all believe in Guruji, and there is not, I don't know, even I feel like, I don't even have to say that we believe in Guruji or anything. He's like everything to us. We cannot imagine our lives without him. Everything is around him, at my home, everywhere, it's just about Guruji, how we feel, how we, pray to him, how we all are connected, and there is no fear in mind, nothing, as he says, just accept, have faith, and surrender. So I understood the meaning of all these things while coming here, while coming to the satsangs. This is so special. Actually, when you come here, you learn so much that there is I don't know, nobody can tell you to do this or that. It's just that, when you come here, you learn everything by yourself, and, how you get connected and how your journey, continues with him is very special. So, Shukrana Guruji for choosing us to be with you. Anantam Shukrana. Just keep everyone in your Sharan and keep everyone blessed. Jai Guruji.